Hello again, Lockpicking Paul here, and what I've got tonight is a Yale Platinum 3-star kite marked dual mechanism, so a little bit intimidating if you've not seen one of these before. 5 dimple pins, 4 sliders, so 2 mechanisms and 1 lock. These aren't as scary as they appear. The idea being you just pick the dimples, you'll get a false set, which is one mechanism isolating from the other, and you can then try the sliders and you should get the open. The sliders are easily addressed. You can use something like, this is a hybrid half diamond, a Law Lock Tools. Just slide it in behind the sliders, push them towards the center of the lock, and they should all sort of slot into place. You shouldn't need to pick the sliders individually. Certainly it's not been my experience of these type of locks in the past. Now normally when I'm picking dimple locks, I like to use a tensioner like this, which is a bottom of a keyway tensioner that you get with those cheap Chinese sets. It's a tensioner I'm very happy with. The only problem is with a lock like this, with this big gap here at the edge of the keyway, the pins fire up from the Bible here when you go for the 360, and they jam the lock open, and they're a bit of a pain to sort of push out of the way. So I have to use a proper dimple tensioner, something with a nice thick bar on it like this, and that just stops the pins from entering the keyway. The other thing about the pins on this lock, because they're a bit weird, and you can see it on here with the top 2 pins, is they're not perfectly in line. In these locks, Platinums, Yale Superiors, and Malenko Magnums, the pins, dimple pins, are offset. So they're not in a straight line, they're sort of zigzagging in how they're laid out, which means you've got sort of a wider row of pins as the lock turns. So it makes it more of a faff to push them out of the way. So if you can solve that by using a nice thick tension bar, so much the better. The other thing I found with this lock is it doesn't like to use a dimple pick in the normal orientation. Normally you'd put your flag in, so you rotate down like that to push the pins down with the flag on top of the bar effectively. This lock, you can't set the pins if you do that. It likes it the other way up. So in this case, you're picking it like that. Don't know why. It's obviously to do with the height of the cuts, but it prefers it. But if you've got, what I've found is if I've got dimple locks that I cannot pick with the flag turned the normal way up, I normally reverse it, try the other way up, and it nearly always gets me a result when I couldn't get one any other way. So let's give this a pick, see if we can get it open. Reasonably firm tension. And we'll know we can try for the sliders when we get that full set. Now, this lock does not produce particularly deep full sets. Normally, with dual mechanism locks, you get quite a pronounced false. This one won't do that. I think I may have overset a pin. I'm just going to quickly just test the sliders. That's not normally as deep a false set as I would expect. No, I've overset a pin. So let's going to reset that. We're going to give it another go. That's what I'm looking for. But it's not a particularly pronounced false. Normally, oh, what happened? That's opened. Yeah. I wonder if I caught the sliders, you know. How odd. Right, I'm going to give that another go, because that was weird. I think I must have caught the sliders. Right, there's my false. Let's try that now. Yeah, there you go. It's more like it. There you go. So, how odd. Must have hit the sliders with the flag as I was going back through the pin stack that first time around. So yeah, not scary, not particularly difficult, just a little bit fiddly and a bit quirky. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Enjoy your picking.